In the hills above Lancashire lies a secret world, one man's dream carved into a mountainside. A place where Italian lakes shimmer beneath pine trees, where stone archways lead to nowhere and towers peek through the mist like something from a fairy tale. Over a century ago, a soap baron built himself a private paradise up here, a landscape so ambitious most said it could never survive the wind, the rain, or time itself. Not to mention this terrain is rather steep, really challenging, especially for architecture. I don't know how they did it up here. The pigeons still circle his tower, and the terraces still hold their secrets. And every pathway leads deeper into the strange imagination of Lord Leverhulme. Now before I give you the full tour looking for all these ruins, it's worth getting to know the man that first dreamt them up. His name was William Hesketh Lever, later Lord Leverhulme, the Bolton-born soap star who built the Lever Brothers empire, which later became the company that most people know these days to be Unilever. By the early 1900s, he'd made enough money to build not just a house, but a utopia, right here on the edge of the moors. When Leverhulme died in 1925, the estate slowly slipped away, sold off, neglected, and reclaimed by nature. This unique bridge with its 7 arches isn't just a footpath, it's theatre. You can tell it was built to impress visitors as they climbed higher into the gardens. Come on, you have to admit, it is stunning. It impressed me the first time I saw it anyway. There's just something so fascinating about these structures. Can you believe this was once a boating pond? You can just imagine it, can't you? Little boats with little lanterns. Just beautiful. So peaceful up here. You just can't believe this was once one man's retreat. Unbelievable. That's what money can buy you, I suppose. Over there you can see part of the ravine. This is obviously man-made and it cuts through, or it passes through all the terraces. Fantastic piece of landscaping. Of course, with it being man-made, there isn't a natural water source coming into this lake, so they do need heavy rainfall to fill them up, and that's when the ravine kicks in as well. Up there is the Pigeon Tower, a real photogenic spot of the Terraced Gardens. It's very recognisable here in Lancashire. I just love it, especially in autumn with the trees looking as they are. It really is a dream photography location, is this. Okay, next we're going to head to Rivington Pike. There's a few stories to tell up there as well. So en route to Rivington Pike, what can I tell you about it that you might not know? Well, if you are new to the area, Rivington Pike, it stands above the Terraced Gardens, and it's definitely one of the most recognisable, famous, well-known landmarks in Lancashire. These days there is some debate as to whether it falls within Lancashire. Obviously the borders were all changed back in the 60s and 70s, and naturally this falls right on the line, if you like. So yes, you've got Horwich and Bolton beneath it, which are no longer part of Lancashire, but for me it's part of Chorley. It's connected to Chorley, it's connected to Winter Hill, Great Hill. These are the hills that were on my doorstep as a kid. So Rivington, it's Lancashire for me, but I'm happy to debate it in the comments below if you like. The stone tower itself isn't actually a folly, it's a hunting lodge. It was built back in the 1700s by the owner of Rivington Hall. But this hill was famous long before that, as the location was used as one of England's beacon hills, lit during the times of the Spanish Armada invasion. You can only imagine, right? Elsewhere on the hillside you'll also find, within the Terraced Gardens, the Japanese garden. And that was Lord Leverhulme's nod to the east back then. A really pretty little scene. You can just imagine the guy sitting there relaxing, set within his beautiful little Japanese style garden. I would love to have something like that in my back garden anyway. Unfortunately we are losing light, otherwise I'd show you all parts of the Terraced Gardens. But let's have a little look up here at the Rivington Pike, and then we'll head down to the ruins, right? The castle ruin down by the reservoir. Fascinating stuff. So the plan now, if we've still got light when we get there, is to head to the replica castle. And yes, I said that right, replica castle ruin. Anyone else a bit scared of the dark? I'm filming around Halloween after all. At this point, I don't even know if you can see me, but I can assure you during daylight hours, it's really pretty down here, really nice. And it's not steep like the Terraced Gardens. It feels disconnected from that, to be honest. It doesn't even feel like the same area. It's very flat down here, great for those who need more accessible routes. Yeah, it's really, really good for exploration down here. You know, there's lots of paths you can take. And this is down by the Anglesark Reservoir. Often see deer down here, you know. Just another reason to visit Rivington. I tell you what, if you're still with me at this stage, I am really sorry. I'm also really grateful. The light is terrible now. My worst fears are kicking in. I don't know what we're going to be able to see of this ruin, but it does open up a little bit down here near the water, so we should still be able to see it. But I'm just not going to hang around telling stories, unfortunately, just because, well, it's only going to get darker down here. I need to get back to the car and get home for my tea as well. But here we are. Here is the replica of Liverpool castle ruin. This is Lord Leverhulme's replica of Liverpool Castle, built between 1912 and 1920 as a tribute to the original medieval fortress that once stood on the Mersey. The real one was actually demolished centuries ago, so Leverhulme rebuilt it here, stone for stone, based on old drawings. In truth, he never actually finished it. Work stopped after his death, and the half-built walls were left to crumble. But somehow that's made it perfect, a deliberate ruin in a landscape full of stories. So there you have it, guys. That's my quick tour on Rivington Terraced Gardens. There's so much more I could tell you about this place. There really is. But we've only got so much time around these YouTube videos. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed looking around the place. And for me, Rivington Terraced Gardens, it really is a hidden gem. It's a Lancashire hidden gem. I'll fight you in the comments over that one. And the walks here are just fantastic. It's just got a bit of everything. Whether that's up in the terraces, climbing high on the Rivington Pike hill there, and then also down here at the replica ruin. It's just such a unique place and so much history. And you know, as much as Lord Leverhulme built this for himself, I honestly feel like it was meant to be for the general public, right? We've almost taken over, haven't we? It's public now. You can access it all year round. And yeah, I think, you know, as much as it was his dream, the magic continues in a weird kind of way. I certainly feel that way anyway when I'm walking around there. I can only imagine what went down back then. Probably don't want to know half the stories, but it's left a really enchanted place really for us all to explore and enjoy. And There's so many different walks you can do, which includes the terraced gardens. You can just come back week after week and do a completely different walk every time. So hopefully it encourages you to visit Rivington Terraced Gardens for yourself. I will leave a recommended route in the description below. There's also my Rivington Pike walk on my website, lancashirelad.com. Do take a look at that. I've got no idea if you can see me right now because it is pretty dark. But thank you so much for watching if you've got this far. Let me know what you think of the video and the different places within the terraced gardens, whether you've been to the terraced gardens. I'm curious to know if you've been here before. But yeah, that'll do us for this week, but I really hope you enjoy these videos. Do subscribe if you've not done, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.